All right, problem number 3 is going to be the one I suggest you use your calculator for. So to graph this equation, we need to push y equals and type it in. So we've got 2x squared plus 4x minus 2. And I can push graph and take a look at the picture. So that's about what it looks like, and this can tell me right now if I've got a max or a min. My vertex is at the very bottom, the very lowest point. That means that this parabola is going to have a minimum. So the next thing that I need to do is I need to graph it on my graph paper over here to be able to figure out the vertex and everything else. So I'm going to go to my table, and right here I scrolled to this spot because the numbers are starting to make a pattern. There's a -2 and a -2, a 4 and a 4. They're starting to do the same thing on both sides. So those are the dots I want to put on my graph. So I think I have a few extra dots on here that I don't need, but I've got -3, 4, -2, -2. So this dot is incorrect. I don't want that dot. We've got -1, -4, 0, -2, and 1, 4. So now that I've got these 5 dots, I'm going to draw in my parabola. With this parabola drawn in, we can tell right away that this dot right here is our vertex. And the coordinates for that dot were at -1, -4, because we went over 1 and down 4. The axis of symmetry is the line that cuts the parabola in half right through the vertex. So it would go up and down right through there. And that is always an x equals equation. X equals, and since it crossed at -1, it's going to be -1. It also always shares the same number for axis of symmetry as it is for the vertex. Time for the y-intercept. I just need to go look on my graph at where did the parabola cross the y-axis. That would be this dot right here. So I'll label that's my y-intercept, and my x number and my y number for that would be 0 for x and -2 for y. So I would write down 0, -2. Now for the x-intercepts, that's where I'm crossing the x-axis. So right here and right here, and those are not a perfect whole number. So I'm going to need to use my calculator to find those. So what we're going to do, we've already got it typed in. We just need to push second, trace, push 2 for 0, and it says left bound. It wants you to move to the left side of the x-intercept. So if I'm looking for this one, I need to go all the way over and even above it to be on the left side. I push enter. I go down below it to be on the right side now. Push enter. And push enter one more time, and it will tell me my 0 or my x-intercept. So I would write down for my answer, parentheses, -2.41, comma 0. That's what I would want you to record from this screen. But we've got another x-intercept over here, so we need to do it again. So we push second, trace, 2 for 0. And this time, since I'm going over here, if I want to be on the left side of that, I'll just be somewhere down here. So I'll go over somewhere down there. Push enter. And to be on the right side, I need to go above it. So I'm going up, push enter, enter one more time for it to guess. And then what I would write down for my 0 this time is 0.41, comma 0. So that would be my other 0. Or my other x-intercept. Then I would have all the parts, including the graph, for this question to be complete.